Happy Halloween and welcome back to Mental Health Mondays. Mental health doesn't have to be spooky, even though today is Halloween. Check out my fun little skeleton earrings. But today I just wanted to make a quick video. Last couple of weeks I've been working really hard on a project. I work here at a hospital and I was able to get a grant for some mental health resources for my employees and to put together some mental health baskets, including essential oils, because of how powerful they are emotionally, especially when you take them in aromatically. And so I was able to put out a survey to a bunch of hospital employees, finding out what emotions they're feeling on a daily basis or more often, and then was able to customize baskets for each department based on their emotional needs. And so I just wanted to make a quick video on my recommendation of a mental health resource kit that you could make, or which oils to bring with you, maybe in your workplace or on your day-to-day. What I'm finding is being super supportive for a lot of my employees. So I'm just going to name my top 5, but then in the comments below, I'll list kind of the next 5 that maybe I would recommend. Or if you have like a little carrying case, I always have one in my backpack that has like 10 oils in it. Maybe 5 of them are more mental health related, even though they have a lot of overlap back and forth, mental and physical health. And then your other half could be, On Guard, Breathe, more of those things for physical things. But again, it depends on you. So my number 1 recommendation, and which popped up across the board, no matter what area of my hospital that I was looking at, and that was Adaptiv. And Adaptiv, it was a blend that is fairly new with doTERRA. It's only developed a couple of years ago, but it is developed specifically for anxiety and anxious states. So it's one of the best ones if you're having anxiety or if you're worried, things like that. So it comes in a roll-on and in the oil. Best way to take any of these oils for mental health is put a couple drops in your hand, rub them together, and then smell. Take 2 or 3 really deep breaths in. Smell, again, is the fastest way to get into the brain. And so if we want to affect the emotional response, rather than, just rubbing it on your forehead, I would recommend that you breathe that in. So you can do, again, the roll-on or a couple drops of the Adaptiv in your hands. The second one that I would recommend that actually popped up a lot is Basil. And Basil is incredibly amazing for exhaustion. So if you are consistently tired all the time, like adrenal fatigue, can't keep up, always tired, Basil is your best friend. You should put it over the kidneys on your back, but then again, breathe it in. And that's really great if you are anxious, tired, overwhelmed. So that's amazing for that. Another little tip I'll just slide in right here. Any mint and citrus together are really great for like waking you up, making you more alert. So I love to use, my classic one is wild orange and peppermint together, but you could mix it up if you have spearmint and a lemon or bergamot or lime or whatever. You could mix and match a mint with a citrus, and that's very invigorating, very energizing. Then the third one, this was a kind of a surprising one that popped up for me, cardamom. I knew about cardamom. It actually shuts off the nausea receptors in your brain. So besides ginger and peppermint for nausea, cardamom was the one that I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. It's also really amazing for feeling frustrated, irritated, overwhelmed, and has a really mild, gentle smell. So I'm really enjoying that one. And I'm seeing lots of employees in my hospital that are like, wow, what is this? I've never heard of this one before. So kind of the dark horse of my 5 recommendations, cardamom. And then my 4th recommendation is called Past Tense. And it's a blend that was specifically designed for like headaches and head tension, which works amazing for that. I love it for that. But it is also amazing for feeling overwhelmed or anxious. So when you feel it physically, stiff neck, stiff shoulders, there's that emotional part of it too. So yeah, go ahead and rub it right there on your shoulders, but make sure you breathe it in and really get that emotional benefit working at the same time. 5th recommendation I would say is wild orange. Wild orange is one of my favorites because it's so happy, so uplifting. It's really great if you are worried or discouraged. So those were kind of some of the top oils that I found. For that wild orange, if you are don't have wild orange, feel free to mix and match with what other citrus ones. They all have their unique benefits. You know, lemon is really great for focus, and lime has the oil of zest for life. Bergamot is more for like body image, body acceptance, self-acceptance. I love that one. Grapefruit, one of my favorites. So go ahead and mix and match with whatever you have, but one of the citrus oils for sure is going to be uplifting and definitely supports feeling worried and discouraged. Wild orange is just my favorite. So there's just a couple oils for your little work mental health kit that you can bring with you. I'll put a couple more recommendations down below, but hopefully that will get you started and make it so, you know, so you have some resources at your fingertips ready to go and you know what to do with them. Thanks. Have a great day, guys.